Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Daytona International Speedway as we're getting set for race number 20 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series. We have 3 more races left to go until we crown our champion here in season number 3. On the pole position is Australia's favorite, Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater capitalized on the misfortunes of a lot of people last week at Papyrus, jumped all the way up to 6th in the championship standings, and has put himself within striking distance of claiming the championship. He is alongside of Emma Kaiser in the 0-1. Kaiser gained 2 spots up to 27th in the championship standings. Jared Johnson, mathematically ineligible to win the championship. He is 40th in the points, only 309 points out, so he's already out of contention, even though he's not going for the title anymore. And E Aurora in the number 13 machine, she jumped up 6 spots to 5th in the points, also took the rookie points lead after a solid finish last week at Hillside. Look at the rest of the starting lineup. Chaz Farmer had a mechanical problem with a 64-413, so he'll be starting at the rear of the field. Get these cars moving along. Getting ready for 16 laps of racing. T Noguera is the points leader after last week's race at Hillside, or last week's race at Papyrus, rather. She is the points leader by 8 points over Kyler Anderson, who lost the points lead. Bradley Reim, 19 points back, 3rd in the standings. T Mauser is 4th in the standings, 21 points back. 23 back is E Aurora, the rookie points leader, in 5th. Zachary Fitzwater, 25 points back, in 6th. Sebastian Palmer gained a spot up to 7th. He is tied with Carlos Rodriguez, who dropped down to 8th in the standings. S Ozkan, after picking up his 2nd win of the year, he is 36 points back in 9th. And 10th place is Nathan Murphy. He is a total of 38 points back of the lead. Let me turn my TV down real quickly. That way you didn't have to hear the baking show that I'm watching on the TV. I apologize for that. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. We haven't raced at Daytona since the inaugural season back in season 1. I ended up banning that name back in season 1, was the inaugural winner. But of course, he's not in the field. The car that he drove is actually in the field, that is driven by H Racing. We'll see if that 38 will go 2 for 2 here at Daytona International Speedway here tonight. Green flag is in the air. We're underway here tonight at Daytona in our final restrictor plate race for the Red Bull GT Series of Season 3. We are on a different version of Daytona. We're on the Papyrus version. They're going 213 miles an hour, now 217. As Fitzwater will lead that lap. Here comes Kyler Anderson in the number 3 machine, who ended up losing the points lead last week at Papyrus after getting involved in that big wreck. One of 16 drivers that were involved in the big wreck. Here comes Trinity Lee in the 23 machine, as we've already started to have lead changes here. Trinity Lee jumped up 3 spots to 24th position in the points. Skylar Taylor in the 62 machine. Skylar Taylor jumped up 3 spots to 19th position in the points. And it's Annie Crenshaw in front of her team owner, Cody Smart. Annie Crenshaw will be back in the 33 next season. Cody Smart will be moving over to a different ride next season, so there's no confusion of who's driving what. What ride Cody Smart will drive next season is a mystery. As Trinity Lee just trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. There's Henrietta Fitzwater. There's Addison Peterson, the outgoing GT Series champ. She is 28th in the points. She's technically a long shot right now for the championship, but basically she's more than likely going to be out of the championship picture. So she will definitely be the soon-to-be outgoing champion, but she's going to look to finish off what has been a sophomore slump for the 66. She will be back in that ride next season, by the way. Henrietta Fitzwater gonna take the lead here. Of course, her husband Zachary Fitzwater led the first lap. Henrietta will be back in this 59 ride next season for the Red Bull GT Series. And we'll have Crystal Fontaine drive the may end up driving the ride that Summer Wagner is in. Or Summer Wagner will finish the season off in the 98, and then she will be out of the series for good. As we're down to 10 laps of racing to go here at Daytona. There's the rookie points leader, Elena Aurora, will be back in the 13 next season for season 2. Or for her second season, rather. She came as race 5th in the points. The guy who's trying to run her down for the points lead, that would be Sebastian Palmer. Where is he? Oh, got some skid marks up in turn number 3. Sebastian Palmer running in 19th. Who are those skid marks belong to? And it's Zachary Fitzwater. As he's off the pace, something has happened to the 43 machine. T Mauser. That's 4th in points. He must have had something happen. Wonder if he and Zachary Fitzwater got together, because this broke up the pack a little bit. Reagan Whitlock has lost the draft. Carlos Rodriguez back here at the rear of the field. So we've had something go on. Oh, J Ard's into the wall. J Ard is stuck up in the wall. Oh, there's what happened to J Ard. And remember, this happened to her back in season 1 where she got up in the wall and then ended up losing the draft. I believe that's not a caution. So J Ard not having a great run here tonight at Daytona, and 2 for 2 for her having bad luck. There's Henrietta Fitzwater, Will Parrish in 2nd. Ari Springer in 3rd. Springer will be back in that number 6 ride next season. And I already know Ari well, as she's not going to be... She's not going to do anything dumb that would get her kicked out of the ride. According to her team owner, Cody Smart. And Zachary Fitzwater has now lost the draft, and so has J Ard. Same with T Mauser, top 10 in the points. Bradley Reim, another driver I see back here at the rear of the field. Bradley Reim, third in points. Oh boy. Kyler Anderson now in the top 10. Remember, Kyler Anderson came in race second in points. The gal he was trying to run down for the points lead, which is T Noguera, she's running in 30th. She is your points leader entering this race. Anybody have any problems? Does Fitzwater have any damage? I can't tell from that angle. As Mauser and Bradley Reim have hooked up together. Summer Wagner has lost the draft just a little bit. There's Annie Crenshaw. There's Noguera. Of course, she came as race the points leader. Jackson Harrison, the 16th. There's Cody Smart. Cody Smart may end up taking Carlos Rodriguez's ride next season. We'll have to wait and see. Down the 4 laps of racing to go here. Aurora is ahead of Palmer in terms of the Rookie of the Year standings is concerned. One Fitzwater is leading as Zachary Fitzwater has caught up to J Ard. Logan Williams back here at the rear of the field. There's Summer Wagner. Isaac Willis not having the run he would like. There's only 30 cars in this lead pack. Cody Smart's barely hanging on to this lead pack here. There's Elena Aurora, and right behind her, that was almost contact between the guy who was trying to run down Elena Aurora for the rookie points lead, Sebastian Palmer and Matty Crenshaw. Those two nearly made contact. Now the 2 laps of racing to go. Henrietta Fitzwater is still your race leader. Henrietta Fitzwater comes into this race 16th in the points. 72 points out of the championship. Kind of one of those long shot drivers trying to get herself into championship contention. We're coming to the white flag. One more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank here at Daytona National Speedway. Here comes Cody Goforth in the 75 trying to play spoiler. And there's Kyler Anderson. Regardless, Kyler Anderson's going to retake the points lead from T Noguera heading into next week at, where are we going next week? I think we're going to Rockingham. I'll figure it out. As we're coming off turn 4 for the final time. And off of turn 4, Cody Goforth is going to win here at Daytona. Cody Goforth, his first career Red Bull GT Series win. And I know he's not in championship contention, but that is still a great result for the driver of the 75. We got a Loudon next week, then Rockingham, North Carolina, and then the finale at Phoenix. Standings are now official from today's race here at Daytona. Cody Goforth, who will be back in that 75 next season, will be happy to have his first career win. Kyler Anderson so close to getting his. Let me look at his. Kyler Anderson so close to getting his first win on the year. He'll have to settle for second, but it's good enough for him to take the points lead heading into next week at Loudon. Skylar Taylor will come home in third. Kasumi Takashi will get fourth with Courtney Lynn running out the top 5. Courtney Lynn will be back in that 12 next season. Henrietta Fitzwater, who led a good portion of this race, fell back and will have to settle for 6th. That's still a good result for her. Top 20 of the points. This will get her moved up through the points table. Ari Springer will get 7th. Luis Hernandez 8th. Elena Aurora is 9th. She beat the guy that was trying to run her down for the rookie points lead, Sebastian Palmer, who completes the top 10. So we can agree on a couple of things. Kyler Anderson will take the points lead back from T Noguera heading into next week's race, whereas Elena Aurora will keep the points lead in regards of the Rookie of the Year standings heading into next week at Loudon. Top 15 was completed by soon-to-be outgoing champion Addison Peterson, Emma Kaiser, Maddie Crenshaw, Will Parrish, and Geisha Racing, the car that won back in Season 1. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, a lot of drivers running well in points, really going to take some hits here. Tatiana Noguera, 23rd, came this race as the points leader. We already mentioned Kyler Anderson, who came this race second in points, finished ahead of her. So, and we already know that Kyler Anderson would take the points lead back heading into next week at Loudon. A lot of other drivers that came in running well in points. Bradley Reim, 3rd in points, 39th. Zachary Fitzwater, 42nd. That's really going to be a big blow. And same for T Mauser, who looked like he got up into the wall and never recovered. He'll come home in the 40th position. So I can tell you, Daytona, and also you can say last week's race was a point shaker. This is going to be another point shaker with now 3 races remaining in the season. Next up, as I said, we're heading to the Loudon, New Hampshire at the New Hampshire International Speedway. Another 1 o'clock East. It'll be a 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We were just there for the Oreo Cup Series not that long ago, if you ask me. So hope you'll tune in for that. We got the Oreo Cup Series race coming out on Wednesday, which will be a fun race to say the least. And then a few people like Courtney Lynn, Kyle Langland, Sean and Jesse Art, Cody Smart, just to name a few, as we have the season openers for the Craftsman Truck Series, the PCS Ray Bush Series, and the PCS Ray Winston Cup Series coming your way from another super speedway track that Oreo will be going to later in the year. That would be Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Ray crew today. We shared your full finish results. Your point standings are down in the description heading into next week's race at Loudon. We'll see you for the Oreo Cup Series race on Wednesday. Until then, I'm Aditya signing off, bidding you a good night from Daytona International Speedway, as you've been watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports Gaming channel. Thank you for celebrating 15 years as the best in racing around the world since 2017.